Mark Yates then Wycombe at home. Mark, you always talk about keeping things on an even keel if you can. What have you been able to try and do this week to make that happen?
Just go about our business as we always do, but just try and refresh a few things in a few players' minds, and just we didn't start well at Stevenage, and it 2 down after 7 minutes, and that cost us there, and we were unable to get any real foothold in the game, always chasing it. And it was just basic defending that ultimately cost us. We couldn't just deal with one long ball, and although Wycombe has got some decent players, they're going to see that and try and seize upon it. You know, I went to watch them at Burton the other day. They play a way that you've got to deal with. You've got to deal with long balls, and we have to stand up and be guarded. You know, they've got some good players who play off the second balls, but you know they start by getting it forward and asking questions of you, and we've got to be able to deal with it better than we did against Stevenage.
Winning the first header then absolutely key.
Yeah, first, second balls, but it is in every game. You know, bar Swindon, you know, where you probably asked to play a different way. Our league is about being strong and competing, and I've not had any reason really, bar Stevenage, to question that. But we got a couple of things wrong. We made basic mistakes that, like I said, just cost us goals. We look back on Monday at the goals we conceded, and you know, you ask players why what they were thinking about then, why they did what they did, and you know, when they see it back on the screen, they think, can't really answer that one. So it was basic defending, and you know, the week's obviously been about trying to get back to basics in terms of the way we defend. At home, the majority we've defended well. Away from home of late, not quite the same. So we've got 3 home games now where we can try and get something out of the games. But we've got nothing to. We shouldn't be fearing things. We had a really poor game against Stevenage, and we've just got to make sure that that's out of our system, and we're firing on all cylinders for Saturday.
And at some stage during those 3 games, I imagine you hope your captain's going to be back.
Yeah.
Have you now at last begun to miss him, if you like? Because up until then, you've coped
so.
right.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, I think he has been a big miss. He's an influential leader in our team. You know, early on in the season when him, Stevie, and Troy were on their game, we were finding it, you know, comfortable to stop teams scoring, or you know, we were defending as a real good solid unit, and that particularly away from home of late hasn't looked the case without him.
How close is he?
He trained yesterday. He'll be doing something today, tomorrow. I don't think Saturday's likely, but you know, hopefully next week he should be available.
Well, talking about injuries, how's Asa?
We gave him a few days off. He goes back to see this guy who gave him an injection, this specialist who gave him an injection on Tuesday. So we wanted to put him in a positive frame of mind. So I gave him a few days off. You know, it was getting a bit monotonous for him, I would imagine, a bit boring. But he'll be back on. He's back in today, and hopefully he'll go there with a positive attitude on Tuesday. Maybe get the green light and start to see him out there on the grass. You know, but it's going to be Christmas, early New Year before we get him back. Really.
Everyone else okay?
Yeah, everyone else is fine. Yeah. So 1 or 2. I don't really think we got any bumps and bruises from Saturday, but bar Stevie got a knock, but I think he's okay to train today.
How important is it to have Craig back after his suspension as well?
We missed him, but I don't think that was the reason we lost the way we did. We certainly missed his runs forward, the way he takes up the pitch. It was a shame we had to change the winning team, but we had to. That said, James Bowen, I thought he was, like I said, one of our better players. So it'd be good to have Craig back. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Obviously, looking at Wycombe, one name stands out for them, Sido. I mean, probably be an emotional return for him.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see him. I spoke to a few people down there on Monday, and they said he's been brilliant for him. But you know, we knew that. We knew, you know, what he got. He just, you know, we wanted to go and explore different pastures new, if you like. And I I say no problem with that. He was a good servant to this club. I feel we brought him on as a player. You know, he had a couple of great seasons. It was a little bit in and out last season with his form-wise, but sometimes it takes a player just to move away to try and reignite that, and he's seems to have done that. He plays an important part in their team. I said they've been delighted with him. We know what he's about, and we know how good he can be, but we also know, that we can try and, exploit him as well.
Yeah, and just looking at Wycombe as a whole, big turnaround for them. I suppose, to a certain extent, you had that at the start, but they've sort of just managed to carry it on a bit longer, haven't they?
Credit to them. Yeah, they're 10 points ahead of us. They're doing something right. Gareth is a really decent bloke, decent manager. His team, he's got a young team, an energetic team, with one or two older, more established players leading it. He's recruited well, and they play a certain way that you've got to deal with. So we'll have to be mindful of that, and and worry about our game.
The chairman said earlier this week that he wants you to strengthen the squad. I mean, presumably that's good news if he's going to be giving you the backing. Any progress?
Any progress? We should have something sorted later today, and that person will go straight into the squad for Saturday. Yeah, but so at the minute we're just waiting on the paperwork and getting the deal finally over the line.
Can you say what sort of player they are, what position they play?
He's a decent player. He's one I've been tracking pretty much all season. This club have allowed him to come out, and we're delighted that he'll be a good addition to the team.
Great stuff, thank you.
Jake Goodman, the Millwall defender, what did you make of him on Tuesday?
Yeah, he did all right, but it wasn't particularly decent performance from our younger players. We've got to speak to Millwall and just see where we're going. But Jake's not the one I'm bringing in, obviously, this weekend.
Thank you.